What's good? Oh, hold on for a minute. Dang it. As soon as I'm about to do it.
Greg, how you been doing?
I'm hanging in, sis. How you doing?
I don't have any complaints. I don't have
No,
any.
that's right. I'm holding on with both hands, holding on with both hands. One
Hold
day
it
at a time.
on. Hold it on. I know.
Man, I love that kid, Justin Simmons, man. I would love for him to show up, though. I swear. No, we don't need safety or get no more safety, but I will take him in a heartbeat.
All right, I'm back. Herb coming. He had to look for the link. But anyway, all right. What's good? Watch the Commander fans. You know what it is. You know what it is. It's been a long time since we all gathered here together, and you know why we here together because free agency and the legal tampering period has jumped off in the best way as possible because we are I could say we are back to where we need to be respectable, but it all got to be on pen and paper. So before I even get any deeper into this, we always got to kick that intro for y'all.
Kick it.
After the game, it's the aftermath. Win or lose, we still wave our commander's flag. Riding with Wentz under center, making the pass. Jahan Dotson, young rookie, making a splash. That burgundy and gold, that's what we about. Jonathan Allen knocking QBs to the ground. We die hard and nobody can shut us down. Cause this is the greatest show in town. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
What's up? What's up? Everybody's here. Herb in Alabama. Shout out to you. Glad you
Let's
can make
go.
it. Remo with the smoking cigar, and
I
Greg.
got something to smoke about.
Greg. Toast to you, my brother.
What's
Oh,
happening?
so you know what it is. Free agency. What we have done. Now, the was to clarify because we got some important news, but we're gonna have to save it for the end of the show so we can all get our thoughts about it. And that's Sam Howell. But we're gonna talk about free agency, and we're gonna start off with you, Reamer. Your thoughts overall of Adam Peters.
Oh no, who?
Adam Peters, the GM.
Well, I mean, he's definitely cooking with gas. And remember, I had to do a fact check with you all because I was like, wait a minute, we done signed all of these people and we still got like $70 million. I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, that lets me know that they're not just throwing money at folk, and you're gonna have to earn your paycheck. And I like that it's competitive from that standpoint. So I think he knows what he's doing. He appears to know how to spend the money. So, and we've had a bad negative history. Let's just be real in how we spend our money. So
Mm-hmm.
I can appreciate that thus far.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Greg.
Oh man, man, he cooking fish, he cooking hot fish grease all around here, man. He's doing his thing, man. I love that they're being active. Um, he said earlier that he's not a big spender. He don't want a big spender, but you know what that shows me though? People want to come here, man. It
Bingo.
tells me
That
Mm-hmm.
part.
people want to come to the Commanders, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I could say. Uh, and that shout out to I don't know about you or I don't know y'all stance on it, but I'm sure it might be a question. But the Dan Quinn hire got I know on X or Twitter or Facebook and all them they got you know what why we settled for him and all that. Now, it goes to show you, though, that dude is well liked, well respected in the league. Him and Adam Peters, and I respect the move.
Mhm.
Good assessment. Her, Mr. Mercedes.
What's up, my good people? You
What's up, brother?
guys probably know I'm ecstatic down this joint. I'm wearing my hat to all the meetings. So, you know, hey, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. I haven't now. Every year, I know I say it. Every year, I think we did well, but this is different. This feels good. This is going through the my veins. This is really feeling good. We're just. I think we changed when we changed ownership. We the way we going about it right now. People want to come here. He's not spending big. He's not spending foolishly. But we have some really good players. I mean, this dude addressed the linebacker situations. We got possibly two Pro Bowlers
Immediately,
now at linebacker,
Mhm.
immediately.
and he did something in 2 days that your boy couldn't do in 4 years. And
True.
people want to come in, and we're not done. We still got a lot of cap space. He's spending for quality players. He's
Hmm.
addressing needs, and I just can't wait, man. I know you guys probably expected me to say this, but I'm telling you, this is a worst to first situation right here we dealing with. This is a worst to first situation. And I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is on this one.
Okay.
All right.
I don't need to tell you the wager, but I'm putting my money where my mouth is on this one.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Because last night you gave me a good earful of that wager last night. I had bags under my eyes going to work messing with you last night. But
Hey,
so
I did it, right?
I'm sure you
You know
did.
I did it, Martin.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
No
Um.
doubt, no doubt.
So I guess for myself, I watch how much money we have, and a lot of people, and I'm sure y'all can relate, is that people were saying, "Oh, y'all signing this person," they laughing at this signing, that signing. I say, the one thing that you have to understand is that short-term stability for long-term success. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this money, everybody that we sign is 1 to 2 year deals. Probably a couple of people that's 3 year deals. But that money comes off the books after the end of the season, which the salary cap is going to be up again. We're going to have just as much money to spend in 2025, and you will be able to draft more quality depth to replace the guys that you did sign for this year, where you don't have to go out and spend so much in free agency. Because then when you look at it, you're gonna have guys like Terry might need an extension coming up. You got Jahan on a rookie deal that's probably going to need to sign. You got B Rob that's going to be coming up. So you're going to have money to spend. You know what I'm saying? Then if you want to go out and get a big name next year that's in free agency, then you have enough money to do it. But you already plug it in quality people that could be starters on a former team, but now it's coming to us to be starters and show the ability what they can do. Just like today, we signed Anthony Pittman from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So that's another linebacker that's in the fold for depth purposes. And maybe they'll probably end up moving Jamin Davidson around, and then you have three solid linebackers with um, Bobby Wagner is the mic to control the whole situation. So me personally, I love it. Um, I think it's one of the best things that could ever happen to the franchise in over 655 years. I don't, I'm exaggerating, but
No,
that's just feel
but
along this.
I will say this: we do need to pay homage because that's one thing I said that Ron did do. He did set us up, in terms of because I mean every coach kind of inherited just. I mean, what we was one year, wasn't we like $36 million over the cap, some crazy number like that? and you just can't get better
Mm-hmm.
when there's not any money, and I know they've been some people been chirping about, oh, they're basketball guys, talking about Harris and
Mm.
Johnson, but I think that they're showing everybody, now we're businessmen, that especially Magic is a businessman.
Well, they're shooting threes in my book, and they hit. It's
Butter.
raining threes. I'm with
Oh,
it.
they pulling up deep.
They're pulling. They're pulling
Well,
deep, and I love
it
it.
also says they didn't. It's obvious that they, in a nice way, they're not shouting and screaming, but they are. They did say, y'all roster sucked."
Mhm.
That's what it.
Well,
That's
I
what it
mean,
looked like to
well,
me.
in
Hey, they weren't wrong.
Adam Peters' press conference, when they asked him, it was about a 3-second pause before he even said
Mhm.
something, right?
Oh yeah, definitely it
If
was.
he said, we got some cornerstone pieces, and they do. They got some blue chippers. You know what I mean? They got a couple pieces in the right places right now. But I tell
Exactly.
It
you,
mi- it may
they
not be
are,
10 guys that they bring back.
Well, we already re-signed 3, so
yeah.
I told you all
25.
this, and I was embarrassed. Anybody that is complaining about how hard the coach is practicing you, that was embarrassing, and you don't even need to be on the squad, because we needed to be practiced hard for the product that was being put out there on the field.
mhm.
Well, how do you
Yeah, we
guys
got.
feel with that being said? Do you guys think EB should have been a part of what's going on today?
No.
No.
I don't know what happened to him, but he just went past man happy, and we have a horse back there that we could have at least tried to jump on. I don't know. I think he's where he needs to be,
Yeah.
Right, right.
Khalid,
Exactly.
where
Yeah, I
they just
mean,
air it out all the time.
this is the thing. When when you when you're dealing with grown men, I get it. I'm 54, so I'll be 55 in December next December, and I could relate to hard coaching and hearing people cuss you out and it don't really mean nothing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
when you get paid, especially these new kids, man, sometimes you gotta approach. You can't approach everybody like that. Now, I don't condone the fact that somebody complaining about it, but if you I'm always been a person. If you got something to say it to the person that you know what I mean. You ain't got to
Yeah.
Sure.
include everybody else or the media. Say it, go to the people. You know what I mean? And just say, hey, man, that
Hey,
ain't for
hey,
me.
Greg, are there limits to what somebody can say to you?
Who me now?
Oh, you said you're
Now,
54, but if you're a
Yeah.
grown man, are there
Oh yeah.
limits?
Oh, of course, bro. I mean, come on, man. It is limits,
Yeah. I mean,
especially
Well,
especially
but
when I'm
see,
making
that's what
millions.
they were saying. That's what they were saying, and
I
I
get
think
it.
there
I
are
get it.
limits.
But see, this is what I would tell you, though, Herb. This is what I would tell you, and I do agree with that. There is limits. But if Martin said something to me directly, I'm not gonna go to you and tell you about it. I'm gonna go to Martin. We're gonna have that conversation,
mhm.
no matter who it is. That's what
Well,
I'm gonna do.
I don't know. Well, I guess we don't know if the people did or not.
They might have. I mean, I'm just saying. Why? I mean, this is what I would say to you when you say that, right? And I'm using that as an example because it was told by the media, put it out there in the summer that uh, people are going around,
Right.
and I hate to even go back to that because I'm so happy where we are now. So, but I'm
Yeah.
just reflecting on this. The question is, since you
Yeah.
asked me the question, um, they said they went to Ron, and Ron said he told them to go to EB, right? See,
Hmm.
me, I would have never went to Ron. I would have went straight to EB. And so listen, man, that ain't. I don't know. I get it. I respect you coaching and respect this. It's always to respect the way to handle things. But you're gonna
Mhm.
look at me as a man just like I look at you. Period. If that's a problem, maybe I need to move on. And you probably been hearing Adam Schefter saying Greg Shields has been traded to such and such.
All right. Well, speaking of moving on, I'm sure you guys don't want to put too much talk into this.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah,
I do have I have another question
go
that I
ahead.
want to pose to y'all. All right, now that
Thanks, Greg.
we signed like what 14, and we signed three of our own. Um, and I'm gonna start with Greg, then I'm gonna work my way all the way down. Give me one of the looking at all of the signings that we have did so far. Which one stands out the best to you?
Of the 14 or of the 17?
Yeah, I mean the 14, not the resigns. You know what I'm saying? Just the
Okay.
14 regular signs.
Well, my favorite signing of of this week was Louisville. Louisville. Uh, because
Luvu.
he's young,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been suppressed at that position for. I just don't understand how we suppressed that long. I guess they were thinking linebackers didn't need to play. We could just put safeties,
Mm-hmm.
corners on the field because people's pass happy. But if you got you need some headbang. Man, this game is gladiator sport, right?
Yeah.
I love that signing, man. For 3 years, I love that sign. So that means he's gonna be here for at least two, and they probably gonna get him an extension after that because I think he's a goon.
Mm-hmm.
And just about 1B with that with Lou being there, man, could they had a better person for him to learn from though than Bobby Wagner, man?
Mm,
He's playing
mm,
30, he's 33, and
mm,
he's playing lights out.
Yes.
mm.
Still, oh,
I,
can you just imagine being in that room with that knowledge and that how he act, how he carries himself, how Jamin Davis is gonna benefit. I mean, just think of that, man. And then
yeah,
you
I
got
think
kids going up to coach, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
I think Jamin gonna learn a lot from B Wag, but what I think this other kid, Luvu,
Mm-hmm.
man, I don't want him change his game. Just stay
No,
as you are.
that
Yeah.
nigga
Stay as
play with his hair on fire, bro.
you understand what I'm saying? So the only thing I want him to take from Wagner is to be a professional. Right? That's it. Because B
Wow.
Wag is a monster on the field and a professional off the field. But
And
right
what I
now, I
mean,
don't want him, huh? I
no,
don't
what
want
I
him
mean
change
by
his
that,
game.
pick his brain and like how he learned, to keep his body right.
Oh,
How he playing.
that's called being a professional. How
Correct.
you get that longevity and still performing at
Correct.
your age as a first team All Pro.
Well, let me
Exactly.
let me get Remo thoughts on it. Remo, out of all of the 14 that we signed, which one stand out to you? I know you told me you was gonna do some research on these guys. So as
Uh,
you if the research that you found, which one of these guys do you like? You like so far?
the left guard, Nick. I love to get you. You know what is LLEG?
Alligeri, whatever his name.
Allegretti. Allegretti.
Yeah.
That stands out. That kind of leans me in the direction of they understand that because once Trent left us, I don't know that we really had that position operating like it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, but it's really hard because mark my words, if this guy stays healthy, if this guy stay healthy, I'm not saying it because I graduated from Clemson. Cleveland Farrell, if
Mm-hmm.
he stays healthy, that's going to be a major steal deal. You know, and that's what I like. It looks like they went and got these cats that still young enough and work with them. You might be able to get them serviceable.
Yeah.
And I just like Frank Louvu. He's undrafted, and and you can tell he's hungry,
Oh yeah.
and so you don't have to worry about him. And I was looking at his stats, his tackles. He seemed like he brings the wood when he gets there. Also,
Oh yeah.
So I'm
He
just
running trying to decapitate you. Trust
Yeah, that's
me.
what
He running
they were
violent,
saying
man.
on the NFL Network last night. Said that he pretty much he's hard to run through.
yeah.
Um,
They said a back can't stop him coming at the line.
who
Mhm.
a running back?
Yeah, running back can't block.
Mm.
I take that all day.
Her.
Yes.
So um, Rima took a page out of my book. I was gonna get a Kansas City boy a lot of props. Understand, we got a guard that just won a world championship, a Super Bowl. We have two Super Bowl winning players on our line now from the Chiefs. Two. We we still have Cosme who performed at a Pro Bowl level, and that center that we got, Biaz, I think it's pronounced. Well, you guys know who I'm talking about,
I call him
Biatz or whatever.
badass.
Yes.
Yeah, be badass, right?
Badass.
So I
Well,
was a big fan of that kid coming out of college, right?
what you know
So
what? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
so that's four pieces on that offensive line. All we need is one more piece, which is a left tackle, which is the most important piece. And I know they're trying diligently to get that, right? So I'm
Yeah.
very impressed the way they address that offensive line. I'm very impressed the way they address the defensive line and the back end with the linebackers, right? I
Quick.
think
Yes.
I think now they're going to put some focus on that offense. I think the draft's going to be offense based, right? And they're still not through. I anticipate tomorrow we being blown out our seat again. I'll be blowing up the text, calling you guys like, God damn it. Did y'all see what my boys have done again? Hey, y'all know how it is, and we're not done, man. We're probably on the phones right now as we speak, trying to lure the next big fish.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that
Cause
being said, I don't think they're going for the big names. I
mm-mm.
just think they're going for what's going to solidify our roster the best. And so
Yeah.
far, to me, I know you guys, people may think that I'm kind of partial, but right now, I cannot ask for more. I give us an A plus right now on what we've been doing this off season. And when I say that, I'm including the coaching staff. I'm including the coaching staff. We did an A plus job. We're getting the coaches in here, and now an A plus job getting these players in here. So when you go A plus, now the players just got to do their part, and I know they will.
Yep.
And come on now, let's give credit. We know that Dan Quinn has proven three different areas that he can put together a defense.
No
Yep.
It's not
doubt.
by accident Seattle. It's not by accident Atlanta. Not by accident Dallas. Not by accident Washington.
Exactly.
And I think he learned you got to get some people in there that can also stop the run, get after the pass, but can stop the run as well. And that's what I looked at when I researched, these linebackers, watched some film on them and everything. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like they are down with however you want to bring it to me. I'm ready.
Yeah.
And
I
I
could
Exactly.
not find no information on Pittman, no highlights or anything. So if you have something, please share.
okay.
Yeah. And I and
They
I
say he's a special team demon.
Oh, is he? He had some other teams looking at him, but he chose us.
so I for what I like the overall is that we was able to weaken Dallas a little bit by taking three of their people, snatching a guy from 49ers. And before I finish this analogy, if we really look at the whole totality of all of these guys that they pick, every one of these guys has connection to every one of the persons on the staff.
Yeah.
From the running back with Anthony Lynn, from Ertz with Kingsbury, from Adam Peters with the defensive end from 49ers. So all of these guys have what's up, Key? They all have connections, and it's good connections. That the only connections that nobody has is the two from Carolina. And that's Aluvey and Chin. And Chin is young. He's 26 years old. I think he's going to really benefit in that secondary. He's going to be somebody special to watch also. So my overall view of everything is that, to me, I think bringing what's the running back now? I just had it at the tip of my mouth. From
Austin Eckler.
Eckler,
Eckler.
bringing Eckler over. Now,
I'm surprised nobody mentioned him.
I think that
Well, he just wasn't
because
our fave,
he
but
Eckler
not
had
a favorite.
he had a down year last year, but look at the year before. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think that this our team is going to be balanced. It's going to be pass and run because you got three of the offense. To me, you have three of the best offensive minds on one staff on the offense. You got Kingsbury as the OC. You got Brian Johnson as the pass coordinator. You got Anthony Lynn as the run coordinator. Once they bring it all together, how this offense is going to look and be constructed, especially when we add all the pieces together, it's going to be something that I don't think nobody's going to be ready for. It's going to basically keep a lot of teams off balance. The defense is going to be there because we already know what John Witt and Dan Quinn going to bring. And Rima, you brought up a great point. And Dan Quinn has proven himself. And the one thing I like, he's not a recycled coach. He's a second-term coach getting a shot as a head coach for the second time. Not
Yeah,
like some
I
of these
hope
guys.
he learned something, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you listen to his press conference, he said that. He said he waited this long because he wanted to learn from his mistakes in Atlanta, what he didn't do right in Atlanta. Now, we all beat him up because of that Super Bowl, and, playing against Tom Brady.
We all, not
Yes.
all of us, but I get you.
Yeah. But me personally, I kind of put that game on Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan has been in three Super Bowls. And if your team was up 28-3 and you start messing with the chemistry of how your offense running, and then your defense can continually go back on the field, it's going to weaken because you're not putting up the points. And you allowing a team as good as New England and as great as Tom Brady to come back and beat you, and that's what happened. But Dan Quinn learned from that, and he just waited his opportunity. And now he got a great chance to have a great opportunity to put us on display. And it's going to be something beautiful.
Well, I wanted to speak on Eckler because I think he was nursing like a hamstring or a thigh or
Mm-hmm.
something. I know 2021 and 22 was his best years where he almost rushed for 1,000 yards a season. But
Mm-hmm.
this guy, this little dude is in the top three, all running backs in the top three scoring in the red zone.
Wow.
Oh, he
So
had what he had, babes? I mean, 60 touchdowns or something like that in a 4-year span.
well,
He
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
had,
they're saying that at this pace, he will be one of those guys that end up, in the Hall of Fame because he had tremendous success, particularly scoring touchdowns, and I'm all for that.
that's right. That's right.
Two red
Wow.
He,
zone threat from the running back
yeah, he's a
position.
dual threat for sure.
Yeah, yeah. But I like that, and I think this is great. Just being a former professional athlete myself, I'm telling you, when you know that there's competition, when you know you can't get comfortable, that makes you better as a team.
Yeah.
Because you see how much we drop off when we sub or if somebody get hurt. I think that they're creating that atmosphere of you're gonna have to work, and we all know what Bobby Wagner is gonna be bringing.
Yeah.
We know what he's gonna be bringing. Those
That
guys
leadership.
on the offensive line, they know what it takes. There's nothing you can say to them because we're Super Bowl champions. We know what it takes, day in and day
Mm-hmm.
out. And everybody on that offensive line is going to work harder because they're going to pay attention to what those guys are doing. If they're smart, they will. Let me say it that way.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I like the fact that we seem like we have the type of organization and the type of leadership that if you're not going to do those things, you're just not going to be there.
Yeah. I,
And I
I,
like it.
I agree with that. Um, we, look ahead. Um, Now, Herb, you did mention like we not done yet, which I know we not done, and I know there's specific needs we still need to fill. I think we should get another wide receiver on deck. We have a safety that we need to get. Um, Kendall Fuller, he went and signed with
Dolphin.
Miami,
Hmm.
Miami, and Curtis Samuel signed with Buffalo. So you definitely gonna need another receiver in that spot. I already knew that like the likes of Samuels, Gibson, Fuller, Thomas, Leno, all of them guys that got released, they was not gonna be back because they was going to revamp this whole team in a whole different light, especially when you bring somebody, like Kingsbury in, and he's going to look what he needs and who's going to be able to run his scheme and everything like that. So, heard this question from you, then I'll go up to the top, then to back down to Rima. Look ahead. What is one of the key positions of this team that still needs to be addressed? Even though we signed all of these guys, where do we still have a need to address?
I think the focus right now needs to be completing the defense. Quinn is a defensive guru, and right now, I believe. Now, understand they have no commitment, no allegiance to our former players. With that being said, a lot of us think Defoe may be the answer at free safety, but we don't know their thinking. With that being
Mm-hmm.
said, there's a slew of safeties out there, a slew of safeties. I think they're going to make a move, or I'm hoping they make a move for some of the top safeties that are available. There are several. Cam Curl is still out there. The boy Simmons is who I really want. Simmons is who I really want. I think that's going to be the focus, bringing in a safety. And I did want to say this, and if not a safety, if they don't go that route, is they have to bring in another corner. They have to
Mm-hmm.
bring in another corner, right? We just right now we don't have a true shutdown corner or a ball hawk at corner. We need to bring in somebody to solidify that defense and make it whole.
Mm-hmm. All right,
And you
ready?
already know how I feel
Oh,
about
oh,
you already know how I feel about Mike Williams. I talked to you about that yesterday.
yeah.
Well, from my perspective, Justin Simmons is one of my favorite safeties because he is a playmaker. He got 30 interceptions since 2016. They said we're gonna run hard, tackle, hit violently, and take the ball away. So yeah, I would love to see him get there, but I don't know if the money is gonna be there. I mean, I don't know if they because they ain't spending a whole lot of money, but what I mean. But I love to see Justin Simmons added to this group, and also I like for him to get a left tackle. Um, I don't know. It's a few of them out. It's a couple of them out there, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if they right tackles. I know big boy Teron
Yeah.
Smith. You know,
I think he's
is
the
helping.
LT.
Yeah, if he is, I mean, if they could get him here. Uh, the only thing, I know he has a work history or injury history or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he's definitely a warrior though. You know what I'm saying? So if you could get
Yeah.
him like that on a 1 year deal, like they're doing,
Yeah.
uh, it would be
Do
nice.
you
But
do you guys think
say
that's a good fit to bring him in, considering his age and injury history? Talking about where we're going, what do you think
yeah,
about that, Rima? I'm sure Rima, you
because
got an opinion on him.
I would say yes because we're not asking him to do much. He's not gonna be here for the long haul. He's not here for we not because I know they're gonna draft. They're gonna definitely address that in the draft somehow. The tackle position is too deep,
Yeah.
and to
Yeah, we
have that rookie
we
come in here and learn from him, Come on, man. You can't leadership, though.
We
That's what
got
I'm saying. That's
six
what I'm
picks.
saying.
I
Yeah.
We got 6 picks in the top 3 rounds now.
We might even trade back up in the first to get one of them tackles in the 20s or something. You know what I'm saying? So I just, who knows?
Remo.
well, to answer your question, I'm always wondering the why. Why is someone injury prone? Is it work ethic issues? Like your strength and conditioning issues? It's your diet? What? And they need to really try to figure out with this guy, what it is. But Greg, I agree with you. In the short run, um, I think he may be serviceable, especially if they can kind of figure out what is the nature of the injury prone. You
Well,
know,
Josh Harris bought that. I don't mean to cut you off, sis, but you know that Josh Harris bought that guy Matt. I gotta look him up, but the nutrition, the guidance overall, the strength and conditioning, for that reason.
right?
So
Because I know guys that used to be injury prone, and the biggest issue they had was stretching, and so they
Mm-hmm.
brought in a stretch therapist, and that changed the you know trajectory of their whole entire career. Uh, some people are just injury prone. More often than not, it's somewhere between your strength and conditioning, and your diet, especially those big guys.
Yeah.
They gotta, you gotta.
it's a lot of work.
Why don't people sit down and talk to, Trent Williams?
Yeah.
I would. I would say, what are you doing? He's a real flexible guy. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I had a chance to see him stretching. Um, I want to say it was like his sophomore season or something. I was at a game. Like he's a flexible guy, and that helps his feet be quick. Like,
Yeah.
and I just think that if they can solve that for him, it's going to be a tremendous win for us. And we already know that they're not signing anybody. If you want 19-20 million dollars right now, we're not doing it,
Amen.
because Harris also said, if you go back and look, and it's facts, go back and look, when the Patriots were doing their thing, they were under cap. They were under their salary cap. So
Mm-hmm.
that tells you right there, it ain't really about the big money guys. When people want to be where they are, and you got that atmosphere and you got that culture, and people want to
They'll take
come,
that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Hey
Yeah,
get
guys,
your
is it?
yeah.
I know he's our 1A, but is there a 1B at left tackle? And if so, who is he? I know we all want him, right? But is there another left tackle out there that we were saying, you know what, he would serve us well? I heard
I
you
don't
say it
know.
was, Greg.
Yeah, I think it was a kid from, I think his name, I think he re-signed with the Texans. The other one, I can't think of his name. Give me a few minutes. Go ahead, y'all talk, man. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I think well, I know besides Charon Smith, I wanted Johan Williams, but he signed, so I think he signed with Arizona yesterday.
Yeah, I think he signed with
Yeah,
Arizona. Yeah, Jonah
they
Williams.
gave him,
Yeah.
they,
I call
yeah,
him
they gave him
Johan.
big money.
Yeah.
They gave him
So
big money.
I was kind of like hoping, I was kind of like hoping he did sign with us, but I don't. I mean, personally, I was. They had a screen on the NFL Network that it got a bunch of guys that's still out there. I just have to look at the list online and everything like that. But me personally, I think the offensive line still needs a little bit more attention. Especially if whoever you're gonna draft at number 2, and you don't want them to you want them to be mobile, but you don't want them to be running for their life. So, and like Greg, you said, and I agree with you, bring in someone like Tyrone Smith in that has that experience, that that could be that bridge while you still draft the future. It makes sense because like I said earlier, all of these guys are short term. They're not long term answers. So you're not really breaking a bank for anybody. You're just bridging the gap until you draft that guy to step in that spot. because if they draft a guy that could take his spot next year, then you already win, and then you can always draft that guy's backup to learn and be a depth personnel. So, and then you still got like the XF I call it the XFL, but the US whatever that football league that's starting at the end of the month. There's going to be guys on that roster too that you could really migrate to if don't get them through the draft or in the rest of free agency. So there's
You know who I
still
like?
Go ahead.
But you know who I like? I like this guy even as a number one. I like Trent Brown from the Patriots.
Hmm.
Is he available right now?
You're
Yeah.
right tackle.
I'm sure he could play left.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They say he can play both sides. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think you lose. I don't think you lose if you can move a guy around if you have to.
Yeah.
I didn't know what's the name. I knew he left Green Bay, but the kid, I know he's been hurt a little bit too.
Talking about Bate?
Bakhtiari.
Yeah.
Bakhtiari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been hurt. He's been hurt a lot and underperforming.
Like I said, it's just one of those things. I don't know. But we'll
And they
see.
got what's the kid from the Jets? Just ain't turned out.
Mekhi Becton.
Yeah. Did he sign with somebody yet?
Nah, he's making his visits. So if he make his visit here, he might be it. But as long as he can get the proper support, he's a mammoth guy. He could hold it down too, right?
Yeah.
He could hold it down. So that's a good look, Greg. That's a good look. Yeah, Mekhi Becton. He's still pretty decent.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if he was still available or not.
Hey,
oh, go ahead, her.
I can wait my turn.
No,
I can wait my turn.
No, go ahead. Whatever you got, go ahead.
When we were naming some of our top players that we brought in, is one on a low key, and it's McManus, the kicker. I was so done with Joey Sly, man. And we went out and got a premier kicker in this league. It's just things like that. Things like that just says that this is all right. This ship gonna be ran the right way. I mean, I know we probably would have never brought up that kicker, but that dude McManus is a hellified kicker. So he's gonna help. I know that's probably a conversation we don't want to talk about, but that guy is gonna help us. That guy's gonna help us. Kicking can win and lose some ball games. Trust me.
But it goes back to tell you. It goes back to tell you that, like I said when I mentioned in the opening, man, people just want to be here.
Yeah.
New ownership, the assistant GM, and Peters. What's his name? Lemar. Lemar. Dan Quinn. They attract the right people, man. That's what he said. Look, Josh Harris said he wanted to hire the best people to attract people to come here, to get this fan base back, give his fan base some hope. He's doing that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he's definitely done it.
Don't underestimate Magic Johnson. Don't underestimate.
True.
No
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna see you guys. I'm gonna see Martin come up from South Carolina. I'm gonna see Rima come up. So this is gonna be the year. We're gonna see some folks.
No doubt.
Hey guys, can Cam Curl? Can he play free safety, Greg? You guys?
I think it depends on the scheme.
He hasn't played safety since his rookie year. He really hasn't.
Can y'all see him coming back as a free?
I would love to see him come back.
I mean, I'll say,
if he wants to be back.
Like Rima said, I mean, I think he could play it. It depends on the scheme and what they're gonna be scheming up, and you're gonna see a lot of movement with these guys. It's not gonna be that stationary BS that we've been running for the last 4 years. These guys is going to be moving all over the field. There ain't gonna be. It's not. They probably going when training camp come and preseason come. Yeah, they're gonna have their designated spot. But when we start kicking off the season from game 1 all the way down to game 17, these guys is not going to be. They're going to be all over the field. They're going
Yeah,
to be flying. You know what I'm
because
saying?
Quan Martin, didn't he play some free safety?
Yeah, he was all over the field last year. They moved him a
But
lot.
I'm talking about Greg. Am I not mistaken? Didn't he play some safety at Illinois?
Yeah, that's where he was lined up at, but he could play it all.
He
Yeah,
can play free safety too. Hey,
yeah,
we don't
Yeah,
know. He might be
they
the
had,
man at free safety.
they
but
had
but
another
but
kid. They had
but
another
Herb, like
kid
I
that we had on our team. What's the
but you
guy's name we had on our team, Mark? He was he went undrafted, but they brought him in.
said it
He
again,
didn't play
Gregory.
much. He was from Illinois though.
Is
Smith,
he still on the team? Is he still on the team?
as far as I know, he was on
The
yeah, I
practice
can't
squad.
think of his name, man. They brought him in as undrafted, and I think
Well,
they
he
tendered him. I think they
he
tendered him.
he might not be on the team now, Greg.
Well,
You
but
I mean,
you
that's fact.
go ahead,
I can't
Raymond.
think of his name. Smith. I think his last name was Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look it up real quick.
I remember the last 2 seasons of us doing these free agent shows and raising hell and angry and furious and spitting fights and like, why the hell did they draft? What is going on? And so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels good.
Hey,
It
you know
feels good
what?
to just be pleased
In
now,
25 years, we ain't had this type of structure, man.
and we
Last
need
Yeah.
25
to.
years,
I hope it translates on the
that's what
field.
we want. I think it, and you know what? Everything in me, you know, me and Herb were joking about this the other day, because he called me like, now what you think now? Because me and him had a conversation where I was at with it, right? And I'm still, you know, my brakes is pumped as far as wins and losses. But I think we're gonna be competitive as hell. I truly believe that. I truly think we're gonna
I
get
think that's an
competitive.
understatement, Greg. I respect
I,
it, but
I,
I think it's an understatement.
I just have to what I'm saying out when we had this conversation, because we will after the draft, after the 27th of April, and I tell you my what we you know, I give you my
Okay.
hard like I'm gonna go my hard, you know how I go. But
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I can tell you that. My excitement's through the roof.
I
And
know, I
every year,
know.
every year people say that. You know, everybody know me. I say I'm always been optimistic for my team, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
truly
Hey,
excited.
guys, as
Not
y'all
blind,
know,
not blind optimism this time.
so
Yeah.
look, if other than the Dallas game, right? If y'all want to go to a game, y'all know I got 2 seats. I'm in one, and the other one is open. Other than the Dallas game, because the Dallas game, my son going with me. So, but other than that, y'all let me know when y'all coming up. I know y'all
Uh,
gonna make some games this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely I got some college games lined up, and I got some Commanders games lined up. So I definitely be splitting times with that, because around that time college, Miami be playing, and the
Man, you
Commanders.
ain't worried about no damn Miami. You ain't worried
Yes,
about
I
no
am.
damn Miami.
Yes, I am.
Man, Miami gonna beat Miami.
Man, let me tell you something.
and
I
I think
stay.
Clemson
I
gonna be.
might talk command. I might talk Commanders football a lot, but I do stay plugged into my other team. So I like what they doing over there too, just as well as we doing. I like what they doing over there. You know what I'm saying? We finally get a quarterback. That's one thing I'm happy about. We finally got a quarterback.
Well,
And I can say the same thing about the Commanders. We gonna finally
hey,
get us a quarterback.
hey, look, and I know that's a conversation we're about to have tonight about
So
who gonna quarterback for us.
So now that we talked a little bit more, I'm sure we got a little bit more to talk about, because after this topic, then the floor is y'all's, and y'all can go ahead and ask each other questions and dialogue or whatever the case will be. But the most breaking news today was Sam Howell, and he got traded to the Seattle Seahawks. Now, I'm gonna start this off because I want to. I like Sam Howell. I think his position with us was unfortunate. You know, I think with Ron Rivera there, regardless of how he set us up, but some decision making and bad choices. Eric Bieniemy coming in at the worst time didn't do him any justice as well. And drafting Sam Howell, and if you look at it, that 2021 draft class right now, Desmond Ritter got traded to Arizona. Kenny Pickett about to lose his job to Russell Wilson. Um, Malik Willis hasn't touched the field. Sam Howell traded. So that class right now looks bad. You know what I'm saying? It looks bad. It had promise when they that year, but now it just shows differently. I think Sam Howell probably out of all the quarterbacks landed in the best position because he gets to sit behind Geno Smith for at least a year or two and learn, and he's still gonna have weapons, and he's gonna have a good offensive running game, a stability there with a defense. And Mike McDaniels, who's a defensive guru, is going to make sure they big Seattle stays competitive. So that's a good thing about that.
And give him some field position to work with, right?
Give him some field position, and you're not going to leave
Hey,
him
that's
out
a
there.
good point. That is a good point, sister.
And you're not going to leave him out there to throw 800 times a game. You know what I'm saying? When you do have a running back that could run and getting 6 or 7 yards of carry, and you go away from it, and then you just want to throw. Sam Howell had good numbers, but at what cost? Because as stout as built, and I'm surprised the dude did not get injured this year because he took a beating. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna turn it all to Reamer first about your thoughts on Sam Howell, his progression, and what you think his future may be in this league going forward now.
I always liked Sam Howell, even in college, but I do know that a lot of times getting to the professional level is more about the timing and the situation than your ability.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Jordan Love. His patience obviously is paying off, but he's in the right situation at the right time for his talent, right?
Yeah.
And I think that Sam Howell wasn't. I think that he wasn't. It's just the luck of his timing and his situation. Um, and you got guys like Kirk Cousins that's going to always seem to be in the right situation at the right time, and I really gained mad respect for him. That one run
Oh,
down there on the,
yeah.
I mean, he was determined, and like the GM said over there at Seattle, he's just a damn football player that plays quarterback. I could see him transition smoothly, to a tight end, you know, um, but I know his heart is to play, quarterback. Uh, I wish him well, and I hope everything certainly works out, for him.
Great.
Well, I definitely don't see him at no tight end. He's a quarterback in mine. A quarterback in mine. But I truly I love the kid. His heart is big. I think in a different situation, it is all about situation. It ain't all about the talent in the big leagues. I respect him. I thought he was going to be the dude. I'm not going to waver from that. I thought he was going to be the dude for us. Under certain circumstances, I believe if he had an actual shot with this staff, with all the Kingsburys and the Brian Johnsons and all the plethora of knowledge and the people that would probably pour into him, I really think that he'll be special. And I think for his situation going to Seattle, I got to give kudos to the Commanders organization for seeing that and like knowing like, okay, I'm not attached to this guy, but I'm gonna put him in the best. I'm gonna give him a chance to be in the best situation he can to go compete, right? They didn't have to do that. Like John Snyder said, they were sweating because they had other people, other offers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had just lost Drew Lock, who won them some games last year, and they didn't know where they were gonna go, and but they really wanted Sam. The dude said he really wanted Sam, and he said he was sweating that he wouldn't get him. So, and as Rima said, Sam can go over there and sit back, learn the offense, get respected because I do respect Seattle as an organization. I think John Snyder is one of the top dudes out here. Um, I think they got class. They class personified. Um, you know, uh, the fan base is gonna rally around that kid. He's 23, man. He's still a baby,
Mm-hmm.
and he can play. He has a heart, man. And
Yeah.
And
so
still have a
I
rookie
think,
And,
contract.
and I'm just
and
telling you,
can
I
make
think
all he can make all
every
the
throw,
throws.
Yeah.
I respect him. I understand why we let him go because having, you went and got Mariota and to have to say, for instance, well, I brought Mariota to run the system, help run the system or whatever they put him in, whatever they come up with, and have him sitting third, on the rookie contract. I think that'd have been a disservice to the guy. So consider, I'm gonna continue to root for the kid, man.
Right.
Just when,
Yeah.
just when they play us,
Except,
I'm not
except
gonna.
if they play us and he's the starting
Yeah,
quarterback.
yeah. If he's the starting quarterback when they play us, I want to bang him. But
Yeah.
other than that, I'm gonna root for that kid, man. I
Yeah.
respect.
Herbie Hancock, you.
Well, as you guys know, man, I was a Sam Howell enthusiast last year, right? When he played that one game, I was ecstatic. And so when you look at the game he played the final year, I'm talking about from a season, not last year, but season before, and you look at what he did last year, that brother was pretty much a rookie and threw for 4,000 yards. Now, I get it. We're trending in a new direction. We need a franchise quarterback. And with that being said, we gotta be sure this has to be a hit. So with that, they just think Sam was a maybe, and I understand based on him throwing led the league in interceptions last year, led the league in being sacked last year. They're like, well, he could be it, but right now they want to win now. They ready. They building this thing to win now. Now, with that being said, could Sam possibly blow up in our face and we go, damn, we had him? I can see us now having uh another uh joint podcast where we're talking about, damn, we didn't let Sam go. He leading the league in passing. We had him.
Well,
That's
he
where
didn't have
that where
he didn't have offensive line. Like, yeah, he held the ball a lot, but
he now I get it. That's on him, Rima. He does he tries to make things happen a little too much, but that's who he is. The kid
and I think
tries
that was
to
the
make
team he was
plays.
on. I think that was the team he was on. Like, just think when he was trying to make something happen, it's because nothing was happening.
No, I get it. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to fight for him. He was. And he was being hit so much. If it was another quarterback, to be honest, guys, I think another quarterback might have laid down. But Sam kept getting up, kept getting up, kept getting up, kept getting up. That's what I loved about him. The boy had some fight in him. Now, I'm going to tell you this. He's going to be Seattle's future. He's going to be Seattle's future. He may start some games next year for Seattle. I mean, let's be honest. Geno Smith is a decent quarterback, but to me, Sam Howell is decent too. I don't know who had more yards last year, but Sam was a 20 yards or 40 yards away from 4,000, and he was pretty much a first-year quarterback. So I get it, but now we got to move on. As Greg said, we have 6 picks in the first 3 rounds because of Sam. I want to thank you for that. Thank you for putting up that effort where we can move a fourth and up into the third. So now we got 6 picks in the top 100. We got 6 picks in the top 3 rounds. I'm very thankful for that. Hopefully we draft Sam's replacement. So I think a backup quarterback, maybe. Well, we're going to definitely draft a quarterback at 2. But later on, we're going to have to look at a depth piece. We're going to have to look at a third string quarterback, probably coming later in the fifth round or something like that. But hey, man, maybe it was just doing him a disservice to keep him around as a third string quarterback.
Well, NFL, not for long.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Um,
definitely would have been. It definitely would have been a disservice to keep.
yeah. Because and like me and Greg was talking behind the scenes before we started this live is that the only way we could see Sam staying with us is that if we was picking like 11th or 12th. When you got the number 2 pick, there ain't no way that she's going to keep a guy. Now, Seattle's going to benefit from Sam Howell because he's still on his rookie contract. So that's a plus right there for Seattle. They don't have to worry about anything because you could keep Gino. You could keep Gino for one more year and allow Sam Howell to develop and turn him loose next year. Then you have your quarterback in the future. Because you got to look at next year's draft. Yeah, who you got? Shedeur Sanders, you got Cam Ward, you got Will Howard, you got some others out there. You don't know how good this quarterback class is going to be this coming up on college season. So
Yeah.
you want to make a move for a guy like Sam Howell that still has tremendous upsides. He show a lot of promise, like all y'all guys alluded to early on. He has shown a lot of upside. Just he still got to improve on his indecisiveness and getting the ball out his hand quicker. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
once he learns how to do that, he's going to be I think he's still out of that class. He still has the best chance to be the best quarterback out of that class.
Hey, hey,
Yes.
hey, hey, guys, it broke my heart to be honest to see Mariota kind of replace him. But that tells me did Kingsbury have a relationship with Mariota while he was at Oregon?
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
One of
don't
y'all
think.
could y'all.
I
Hey,
mean,
Greg.
the thing is, you have to have a backup that's a vet, man. You know, they've been through some things
Well,
to
I
help you
get
out.
it, but I
But
get
you
it, but I
can't
thought
have
that
two
was Sam. I
babies.
thought that was Sam.
You can't have two babies, man.
I don't think Sam would have been in his third year playing a whole season under his belt. I thought he would be. I mean, I'm being honest, man. I'm gonna go ahead and spit it out. Mariota can't touch Sam, right? So to me, that was a loss to me. Because man, whoever we draft, let's say God forbid he goes down. You telling me you rather have Mariota or Sam? You rather have Mariota over Sam?
This is what I would tell you, though. This is what I was telling you.
I'm all ears.
This is why I'm telling you. Kudos to the organization, right? If you remember on when they talked around, they talked at the combine, Peters, right? He said him and Sam walked around the field a few times to get to know him and things like that. I'm sure, of course, I'm not 100 because I wasn't there, but I'm sure that they told that young man, listen, man, the organization as a whole do appreciate you. Now, we're probably gonna go pick a rookie quarterback. And they probably sat him down and said, yo, now what would you like? He said, I want to go somewhere I can compete.
I don't know
Yes,
about that
compete.
one. I hear
I
you.
bet you. I think, to be honest with you, he might go into maybe not this year, but year two in Seattle, he'll probably be their starting guy. I won't regret the decision if we get the number 2 pick right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna never regret it. Like I
Yeah.
said, I like the kid, but I'm not gonna
Now,
regret what we did.
I
Greg,
didn't
I
like.
understand. I understand, but Mariota, man, but I
You don't
heard
know.
Kingsbury. I heard Kingsbury had something to do with it because of Mariota when he was at Oregon. He had something to do with
I'm,
Mariota at Oregon. That's what I was asking you. Do you recall that?
I
Well,
don't
I
recall.
don't like Mariota because how he left Atlanta. Um, and I know he's supposedly had a gimpy injury or something, and then he said he wanted to, take care of his mental health. I just think that he was pissed off that he wasn't the guy, and he quit. I just don't like how he, um, left the scene. And the best predictor of, you know, future
He
behavior.
probably he
Past,
probably looked at Desmond Ritter and said, "Really? That's probably what happened."
well, and that speaks volumes about his character, because you're not just there for that one guy. I mean, there's a lot of guys that feel that way, but even if they injured, they go through their rehab, they stand on the sideline in their street clothes, they support their team, and he just bailed out. You know,
But they
I,
went. They now I get that. I
I
understand
didn't, I
that.
didn't, I didn't, I didn't like that.
They put him. They did him like they tried to do Russ. They wanted Russ to sit up in the. They wanted Russ to go sit up there with Cece. I mean Sierra.
Well,
You know what I
I
mean?
just don't think Mariota,
They wanted to go. They wanted him from the start to go to the third
Yeah.
string.
Isn't this Mariota's fifth team or sixth team?
that's what I'm
He
saying. He's
got
already a
drafted by
journeyman.
Tennessee.
Hmm?
He got drafted by Tennessee. Went to Atlanta.
He
Went
been
Played
to
at
with
played at
Philly.
Oakland. Played at Oakland.
Yeah. He went to hold up. Tennessee, Oakland, uh, Atlanta,
Atlanta, Philly,
and Philly last year. And now he's here with us. This
and
is 10th season
16.
though.
I want I
This is
want to
10th season.
I want to interject a little bit on Mariota. Because I'm listening to y'all guys. I think the one thing that we are missing with him is that he's not coming here to be the starter. He's kind of coming here because he's a former number 2 pick and he has experience dealing with that kind of pressure. Because you got to think he had a lot of pressure coming in college as a number 2 pick, and I think what Kingsbury said in his press conference, that what kind of quarterback that he wants is a guy that is able to move out the pocket. You got to be able to move out the pocket. And Mariota was that kind of quarterback before his career kind of like you went down. So he could offer some kind
No,
of
I get it.
insight. And his bringing him in is going to help decide what quarterback we pick at number 2. Is going to benefit and is going to help translate, because you got to think about it. Robert Griffin III was with Baltimore, Cleveland, and he was kind of like the backup to Lamar Jackson. And when they play teams or simulate, he was able to simulate some of those things where you dealing with other teams. Same thing with Tyler Huntley. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Josh Johnson. That's what Mariota is. He's that guy that you
No,
bring in and you can work.
Josh Johnson though. Josh Johnson. I don't know if that's a good example. You talking about
I
Josh
mean,
Johnson, who they just signed?
yeah, I'm talking.
We've
What
been on 1910.
I'm
But
talking about.
I get it.
I
I'm
think
talking
in terms
about
of mobility, in terms of mobility.
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about skill set wise. I'm talking about the mobility factor where
No, I get you.
when you practicing and say, okay, for instance, we draft Jaden Daniels. Okay, you got a guy that Mariota that can do. I ain't saying he can do everything that, but when it comes down to the mobility part, you want another quarterback in your building that could practice and show the young quarterback certain things that they have learned through the years, and it's going to be beneficial with them. You don't want somebody that's a pocket passer along with a mobile quarterback. It doesn't translate, because the kind of offense that Kingsbury run is not made for a pocket passer. It's not made for Sam Howell is not as fast as to me as Mariota or Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah, I get
Caleb
you. I
Williams.
get you.
So that's the reason why Mariota is brought there. He's not brought there for a long term success. He only signed there for 1 year. So I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, and plus, you don't want to have to only run 4 plays because the backup had to come in.
Yeah.
I think
So
Sam was very mobile, but I do get it. I mean, and hey, to be honest, we benefited by trading Sam, right? We did. It's not like we just gave him away for nothing. We moved our fourth pick to a third. We moved our sixth pick to a 5th. Is
6 picks.
that
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
6 5. So we moved up. So I mean, we didn't give them away. They gave us some good stuff for them. So by that, I'm appreciative, because I'm gonna tell you now, is nobody that would have given us anything for Mariota. Just
Let me ask you
putting
this
that out
question.
there.
What about what about we just go ahead and take Justin Fields?
That's see
Can't
that
pass.
now you already
Ooh,
know. You don't know this, Raymond. I
ooh.
haven't talked to you about it, but that's been my move. I've been telling Greg and Martin almost every day. I want Justin Fields. We can give
I
up
don't
a
want.
third round pick,
I don't
huh?
want Caleb. I don't want Caleb Williams. I don't need somebody already bigger than the whole entire organization.
I get it. I'm feeling that same way with Caleb a little bit. But I was like, hey, let's get Justin Fields, give him a third, and draft Harrison at the second overall. But that's a whole different conversation. You getting me
Yeah,
excited about?
Well,
then we
we
and
got time. I
then,
mean,
and then we don't have to.
because
Can we pick up his option?
I mean, I think he's still on a rookie deal. I'm not
Right.
sure,
That's what I'm saying.
but we can pick
We
up
can get him
his
for a year.
exactly, and to because we gonna might as well we gonna go ahead and touch on it anyway because we got to talk about all these different scenarios with the number two pick, knowing that now we got more draft capital because they could use it to trade up for the number one spot, or they can use it to trade down number two, and and I listened to Two Pros, a Cover Joe and Dan Patrick show, and they was talking on Dan Patrick show today. They talked about um LeVar Arrington did say why would not Washington trade for Justin Fields. You could give a third because the market for Justin Fields right now is not as high as the Chicago Bears would have liked to thought because Kirk Cousins went to Atlanta, Russell Wilson went to Pittsburgh. Now the most they could have got for him is a second, but now it looks like it could be a third. Washington has what, 4/3 or 3/3? They could give a third, trade a third for him, and still utilize that second round pick as more assets to do what they need to do. So there's certain. I said this before, and I said it throughout my videos. Washington is in probably the best good situation they ever been in because they have multiple ways to address the draft by moving up, moving down, staying put, whatever they decide, what Adam Peters them decide to do is I don't think it's going to be a wrong move. You know what I'm saying? Because Chicago could keep Justin Fields on the roster and trade him later in the season. You know what I'm saying? To get
Hmm.
something for him. They don't have to really trade him. But if Washington say, hey, I give you a third pick for him, and if they really want to get rid of him, yeah, they get rid of him. And Washington sits there with the number two pick. And guess what? Then you got to think a lot of things have changed. They could add more assets for this year and next year. Who knows? I'll let y'all download on that. Greg, you at the top. Go ahead.
All right. Well, first and foremost, if I can get Caleb at 2, ain't no way I'm not taking it. Everybody know that this kid is one of the best kid quarterbacks to come out in the draft in a long time, potentially. He hasn't played it down yet, but um, no, I'm not passing up on him if he fall to 2. Now I'm not gonna trade up give up a whole lot of assets to go get him neither. Um, but I like Caleb, and if we stay at 2 and Chicago does take him, I'm taking either one of the other two. I'm taking, but I prefer Jaden Daniels. Um, I think May is solid. He didn't have the best year this year, statistically wise, but he can sling it. He can. I think he got a strong arm. He's got. I think his mobility is underrated. He can move. Um, but I love that kid Jaden Daniels, man. I think he might be special too. But history says that if you got three good quarterbacks, somebody gonna fall, somebody gonna fail, somebody gonna do something. Uh, Unless you get that 84 class like when Kelly and all them was in there, then you had a good situation. But I like if we can get Caleb and bring him home, I think the city will go on fire.
I just don't do
I don't
well.
believe.
I just
I
don't do
don't.
well, Greg. I don't do well when people are bigger, than the team.
I think
And
so. I think it's been
you haven't done
portrayed that
any.
way.
You haven't
I
done
think it's
any.
been. I think it's been portrayed that he's bigger than anything
No, I've
because
heard
he
somebody.
did.
I done heard him talk. No, no, no. Go back. Go on YouTube and just
Well, I
listen
have to
to.
talk too. You got one thing about being a quarterback, and you know this as a competitor. When you was playing point guard for Clemson, I guarantee you would
Two
said you
guard,
were the
two
best.
guard, two guard, two
Two
guard.
guard, okay, two guard, but he two guard, point guard. But you would have said you was the best quarterback best two guard in the ACC, right? No matter what, if somebody
And
asked you, right?
I would have said that, but I would not have said in the world.
Okay, I get
Hey,
that.
listen. Some people will. Some people, hey, you gotta have that confidence. You gotta have that swag. You know what I mean? I think so. I don't never fault a man for being confident. You just gotta go prove. Deion said, I know guys that just like, man, I ain't never really liked Deion. Why?
You
Because he
look
was
at some of these
confident.
people. Look at these people we've picked up. Look at these people we picked up. These are all team type guys.
But
Team.
you don't think he is? You don't think he would be with that leadership in there?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I think he would. I think he would be humble enough to
I
understand that this
think
is
he rubbed Rima the wrong way when he lost that game. He went the crowd start
right.
crying.
So,
I think she
hey,
couldn't
dog,
respect that.
I seen grown men cry after a movie, and they wasn't even involved in it.
No,
So
I
they
mean,
cry.
I could appreciate his
Absolutely,
passion, his
absolutely.
hurt.
I can never knock somebody from crying. Grown men cry.
No, I'm saying I can appreciate his passion.
Grown men
Uh,
cry.
Hey,
You
I've
know,
cried.
he was a kid.
I've cried over games myself, and maybe somebody that's going
Exactly.
to watch this video probably remember when I did it, but I don't even want to go back to that.
if Caleb
Absolutely.
thinks that
So
he's worth 700 million, he needs to go play baseball. That's what they pay over there.
he ain't never say that though. He ain't say he's worth 700 million. Everybody that rumor that almost staking ownership, man. Nobody, you can't even get that. That ain't even illegal. It's illegal in the NFL.
Well, yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
just how I understand. This is what I believe, right? They see the guy rise and rise, so we gotta find something to say to make him uh to belittle his situation, right? You know, man. Just like
Yeah.
just like now, if he went to the Bears, right, and said, "Yo, I don't want to play for you. I want to go home, right? I want to go to another team or whatever. I don't want to come to the Windy City. You know, it's too cold for me to play. Whatever." Everybody would be in an uproar. Oh, he think he's too good. But they forget not too long ago. I guess it's been a while ago. Eli Manning did the same thing, right?
Mhm.
Nobody said nothing. Oh, okay, yeah, he was this and that. This John Elway did the same
A lot.
thing.
I think a lot was said. I think that was just. I don't think
Well,
social
they
media
said it,
was big.
but they ain't make no big stink about it once he got there. You know what I mean? They ain't said that much. They ain't going crazy like trying to. Oh, Manny think he too good. Or Manny think he this. Nobody's saying that. And not once did Caleb even come out and say, "Oh, I don't want to go there yet." Now he might say that.
Well,
Everybody say he don't want to take his studies.
I'm gonna tell you what I
So,
believe. I'm gonna tell you what I believe because it's the same thing that happened with Dallas. When families start speaking on your behalf, you can better believe those conversations have been had somewhere on the phone with your parents
I'm
or
not
at the
even knocking
cookout or what have you.
it. I'm not even knocking it. Guess what? To be honest with you, Reem,
Well, he didn't tell his
if he
dad to shut his mouth.
if he can get it, well, Dad's gonna speak up for the kid. I know damn well I did. We had one that just got here. RG3 spoke with it. He was in the locker room and all that, wasn't he? His dad, right? I don't think his
Yeah,
dad would be there, but I heard Lance. I wish I could find an interview and I'll see if I can find it. I'll find what's his name? The coach out at USC.
Yeah. Mm.
He said in an interview, man, Caleb is nowhere near the type of person that these people is portraying. His family is nowhere in it. His dad came to one practice, and that was when he was in Oklahoma. One practice. And
So
then if my son was on stage like that, I'm probably gonna be a 5 or 6 something.
No, you won't.
Hey,
Like that boy
hey,
don't allow that. He don't
hey,
allow it.
Greg and Reem, I want to
Go
mention
ahead.
something since we're talking about Caleb. I'm not that high on Caleb. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If he failed a two, I'll pass on him. If Daniels is there, I'll pass on. But because Sam Howell is gone, maybe our hand is forced because I wanted Sam Howell and Fields here. But now that Howell is gone, I don't know. But anyway, my thing with Caleb is I am afraid that he may be a system quarterback. I will tell you why. Just give me a few seconds. Caleb sat out the last game of the season for USC. They played a bowl game against the number 13 team in the country. Their backup quarterback, listen to me, their backup quarterback started that game for USC. The boy threw for 5 touchdowns and 300 yards in the first half. That's telling me that's a system,
But
right?
that should tell you that the kids are the kid's a 5 star too. That backup quarterback you're talking about, he's a 5 star. Came out of high
Okay,
school
so
scholarship.
let's say
But
so
he's
we
not.
comparing Caleb to a 5 star. A
So what I'm
5 star
saying to
don't make
you
you
is,
the first pick. A 5 star don't make you the first pick in the NFL draft.
so what makes you think? Why you think everybody think Caleb's the number one pick? He's going number one regardless.
I'm just
You
telling
think
you
it's a
because
system?
of the numbers, and I'm telling you this kid came right out of high school, took the jauntlet right from USC, played I think it was Mississippi State, and threw 300 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half. Didn't play a game
Yep.
this season. Came right off the bench and did it. So
Yep.
I'm thinking, was it that system, Greg? It could be that system. It
But
could be that
who
that
system he
pass
going
happy
to?
system, huh?
Whose system he going to? What situation will he go to if he come to us? Somebody was in this
I'm just
building, right?
saying, man. I'm just saying. I just
I'm
don't
just saying
know
too.
Caleb is
Somebody
that
was in this
can't miss
building.
prospect.
Well,
I'm just
well, we
saying
we
I
I
we
don't
mean,
think he's a.
we
Herb, you got to go all the way back to when he was at Oklahoma when he took
Oklahoma,
over for Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler,
So
same thing.
it's not just at USC. He was out. Now, one thing I can tell you, I watch a lot of college football, and I
We
have
know you
seen, and
do.
I see a lot of these guys play, and Lincoln Riley was his coach then. You know what I'm saying? Spencer Rattler was the starting quarterback, and he came in and
Hmm.
took over, and that's
Yeah.
how a lot of people started really getting to know who Caleb Williams is. And then I
Hmm.
think after that year, they bolted to USC, and that's when he won the Heisman over there. And then came, yeah. Now last year wasn't a good year, but to me, I want to
Wasn't a bad
say
year neither.
I think that they didn't have a great defense, as you noticed. Um,
The
but
defense was horrible.
me
I,
personally,
but
I just
but look
think,
at that. Look at that conference.
but I'm
well,
not gonna put so much on a 5 star quarterback that came in and just threw for 500 yards because that's just only one game. Remember, let's hold on for a minute. Let's go back to a couple of years ago when we did the same thing to Sam Howell when he came in to beat Dallas, and we was raving about him. And going into the next season, it didn't pan well. So we can't put much stock into one
Exactly.
ball game of a
Now
person.
I get that.
Oh,
I get that. That is true. And if you remember, I kept saying we're gonna have to be patient with Sam Howell, but we didn't practice that patience, so it ain't nothing we can do about that.
exactly.
what we've seen with Chase Young, what happens when a team is accounting for you versus when they're not accounting for you. So
So I mean, so therefore, I mean, I ain't saying Caleb Williams don't have the skill set. I think a great coaching staff can construct him into horn his potential in. Whether that's Chicago, whether it's us, whether it's New England, whoever this side. It My thing is this: Washington is in a position where whoever they draft at quarterback, we gonna have to live with who that quarterback is,
Oh, there ain't
regardless
no
of it.
doubt. But
No
You know what I'm
doubt.
but they
saying?
No
got to
doubt.
hit.
No doubt.
But
They got to hit though.
They got to hit. My preference is Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen what he was. Now a lot of people knock him by his weight, but they forgot Lamar Jackson was 211 when he came out. You know what I'm saying? Jaden Daniels had picked up weight when he was at Arizona State. He was 185. He got the 210, 212 this year with LSU. Now the hits that he took, you know, his coach could have helped him out a little bit more to construct him better. Because the first thing everybody says, another RG3, which I can't put him in the same class like that. But I think he will be better. You know, Drake May, Rima, you could test to this because you're an ACC fan just like I am. We watch these quarterbacks. Drake May got skill set, but I watched him live when Miami went to play. When I was in Chapel Hill when Miami played him, and we was knocking his head off. Matt Brown had to change the game plan to run the ball to loosen up the Miami defense to weigh them down for Drake May to even start having passing success in the second half to Tez Walker. So all of these quarterbacks have flaws, and they all have great upsides.
Drake May reminds me of Matt Ryan. When I seen Matt Ryan, you
That's a
know,
hell of a comparison.
I'm gonna tell you why. It was at Clemson, Boston College. He got blasted one time on a blitz, and that was it. And Drake May, go back and watch the tape. When he gets blasted, he just started trying to just get rid of the ball. You know, like he could stand in there and make some throws, but he just don't do it. You know, I think Sam Howell is better than him.
Right. I know. Respect.
And
Respect.
see that goes back to my point. I'm not high on Drake May as everybody may seem to be. If it came down to either Caleb or Jaden Daniels, I'm taking either one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they both have shown what they can do. They both
Right.
need work. They
Right.
both
We
need
can't go
work.
wrong
You
with
know what I'm
either
saying?
one. We can't go wrong with
But
either one.
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said at the end of the day, we are in a good position as ever. And we're going to end this on a good note. I want y'all to give me your overall view for the rest of the free agency and going into the draft. And I'm going to, Remo says I use outside, so I'm going to go with you first so you can wrap up.
We better not take JJ McCarthy. I'm telling you that now. We better not do that because we know in the second half, if you just run the ball, that's because when it comes to a pass rush, and he proved that, you know, on his pro day at the combine. Like he didn't even have anybody pressuring him, and he couldn't even hit the throws. So we better not take him. I just think I like the direction that we're going in, and I would sleep like a baby if we took Justin Fields.
Okay.
All right.
Herbert.
Herb, sir. I too, I would sleep. I got to piggyback off Rima. If we can get Justin Fields, that would make my day. That's my first preference. If you can tell me I can have Justin Fields, Marvin Harrison Jr., Terry McLaurin, and Jahan Dotson, I'm all in with that. B-Rob and Eckler, I'm all in with that. That's my number one option, by the way. I thought I was going to, put some on the table and blow you guys away with the shit, but she took it from me. So that's my number one option. If I cannot have that, Rima, I have to have Jaden Daniels. I mean, that's who I want. That's who I want. I want a mobile quarterback. I want a dual threat. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want Fields first, only if I can keep that second pick and take Harrison Jr. and still have McLaurin because, in my opinion, Terry is not a number one receiver. He's a hell of a number two. or 1B. So that's my thought on that. Oh, in terms of free agency, remaining player that I want, um, guys, we need a red zone threat. We need a receiver. I want Mike Williams on the cheap. If I can get him for 10 to 12 million, I'm good. That's where I'm going with that. That's who I want.
All right, Greg.
Well, I'm definitely not gonna piggyback off piggyback because I like Fields as a person. I think he's a player. I think he's a baller, but you had to pay him in 2 years. I'd rather reset the clock with the new dream, new thing running, and let them raise that pup and make him a. I just got a Connie Corso, and I'm trying to raise him from a pup to make him a grown man here soon. So I want one of them rookies. And I'm cool with either one, especially if I can get Jaden Daniels or Caleb. I don't want to trade up. I'd rather stay where I'm at to get it. Um, but I do
Right.
like the idea of I like Marvin Harris. I wouldn't be mad at that. But um, I don't think Justin got his fair due. You know what I mean? Plus he's on he's kind of like the situation that he was in last year with he's in a lame duck situation with the coach. I believe they're gonna keep. I think they actually gonna keep Justin because they ain't moving. I heard you heard Poles say at the combine. If you listen to him, he said, "I want to do right by Justin. By keeping him here right now, you ain't doing him no disservice. So you either got to keep him and play him, or keep him and sit him. Whatever you want to do, it's totally up to them. But I'm extremely excited about the position that we in. Y'all knew I was on board as of I always been on board, but I was really excited when Harris bought it in July 20. I told you whatever happened during the whole year, it didn't even matter to me because we already won our Super Bowl by having Harris buy the team, and I stand by that. And so if we can get for the free agents. Like I said, man, I think we need a safety. Maybe Cam Curl come back. I think he can play. I think he's a solid player. I think he was misused, like a lot of the dudes. I heard one of the guys, I think it was Chris, what's his name, Holmes, or one of them dudes, Percy Butler, saying he had four playbooks that he had to, learn as a rookie. Man, that's a lot on anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all college graduates around here, y'all 100 books. That was tough. I ain't graduated. I didn't go to college, so I just went to work. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know I got some college credits. There was a lot of work to get them college credits and stuff. I respect people that can study like that, and I watched my wife sit up here at 5, 6 in the morning when she was going through her nursing program to get that stuff. I was like, man, I don't know how you do it. But I like to get us to say Justin Simmons is my favorite guy for us to get. If we get him or Cam Curl back would be okay with me. And I like the position we're in. I think we're gonna compete. I think we're gonna compete, man. I just can't wait. I'm just gonna make a prediction after uh, the draft, man, to see where we at. See what we do. Because I think we got the coaching staff, and I definitely think we got the leadership that's in the house now that's going to do right by them guys. So
Yep.
that's my thought.
All right, Rima, did you go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
remember
with
I
that,
started saying no McCarthy.
yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. You did. Well, with that being said, I think this was really great live. We're great production. I'm glad to have all of y'all back again. I know our worlds be kind of all over the place at times, but when it comes down to the team that we love the most, we come together, give our opinion, disagree, not disagree. But I think um, I know last year we was hyped with everything that was going on, thinking that year was gonna be good.
Oh, it was
So,
horrible. It was
and
horrible.
it was the first time I ever been to training camp. But this year is going to be one for the record books, and I damn sure going to be there and make sure that we set this off the right way. So, with that being said, if we, going down to the rest of the free agency down to July and to the draft, we'll still come together and talk about some things and dialogue and any news and stuff. Sad to say that the NFC East with the other teams, your time is up, and it's our time now. So with that being said,
no more laughing at the Commanders.
that's right. Our time is now. So like John Cena said,
Her put some Skrilla on.
yeah. So with that being said,
you know damn well I did.
You back on top. Well, I see
you ain't lying. Well, y'all.
I told you I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, boy.
Say treat you real good over there. I hear you, boy. Go ahead and get him.
Oh yeah.
Well,
now Alabama.
Well, you know I have to do one thing. Right. Oh, then hopefully by the time the season starts, I will have a brand new intro, a brand new video set for the show. So I'm working on that as another intro to my Livewire set. But until then, Rima, love you sis. Gray, Herb, love you bros. Until then, let's keep it up for them Commanders, baby. Shoot them doves up in the air.
That's
for
it.
The Commanders.
And I need y'all to be in a brand new Mercedes. Holler at your boy.
I work at BMW, bro, so I don't need your Mercedes.
Conflict. It's called conflict of interest.
I can't do that.
My wife wants one. She wants one.
Hey, you know I got you. I got you.
Conflict of interest.
Exactly. All right, y'all have a good night.
All right, be easy. Take care.
I'm out.